Hi guys, praise Jesus. My name is Alfie from the Missions Department and welcome to Commission Thursday. So today we'll be sharing from Psalms chapter 1, from verse 1 to 4. And I pray that you also read with me as the Lord reveals to us what He has in store for us today. So Psalms chapter 1 from verse 1, and this is what it says. Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the paths of sinners, nor sits in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law he meditates day and night. He shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that brings forth fruit in its season, whose leaf shall not wither, and whatever he does, he shall prosper. So the Lord is giving us a clear distinction between the godly and the ungodly. So in verse 1, it's a clear distinction between the godly and the ungodly. And God is giving us an outline of how we ought to relate with the world. Or rather, there's no relationship with the world. But then in verse 2, it says, our delight is in the word of God. Or rather, we should take pleasure in the word of God. We should delight in the word of God, meditating on it day and night. And God is giving us a blessing out of that. That as we take the instruction of meditating on the word of God day and night, we shall be like trees that are planted by the rivers of water. But there's something special about these trees. That these trees, the leaves do not wither. This tree will always bear fruit in its season. And then it continues on saying, whatever it is that we do, we shall prosper. But then verse 4 also says, the ungodly are not so, but are like chaff which the wind drives away. Ladies and gentlemen, the word of God to us on this day is simply admonishing us to walk right with God, to stay away from the evil, to stay away from the lust of the world, to stay away from the ideologies and anything that is contrary to the word of God. We ought to walk in the ways of God, meditating on the word of God. The blessing comes upon disassociating with the world and delighting in the word of God. And upon delighting the word of God, we are guaranteed that we shall be like trees that are planted by the rivers of water. Imagine trees that are planted by the rivers of water. The leaves never wither. And the Bible also says that these trees will always bear fruit in their season. They shall never even miss even one season. And then he also finishes by saying, we shall be prosperous in everything that we find to do. What kind of success are you looking for? I can guarantee you a success that comes by walking in the will of God and doing His commands and taking pleasure in His commands and just pleasing nothing and no one else but to please the Master. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless you. Thank you.